Alright, so today is day two. Day two, day two, day two. Two. So I can already feel the pull again. I can already feel that, that pull for feminine energy again. And so this is where I want to give you guys some knowledge and some wisdom. Grounding yourself, going out to nature, and simply just ground. See, I knew that I did that. Nothing, but going out to nature and simply just grounding yourself in the grass and being with the natural feminine energy allows you to appreciate and give thanks back to the original Mother Nature, the original, the OG mama of this whole world that we live in, Going outside, just hugging a tree. Most of the time I'd be out there for about an hour or two, depending on like the day that I'm having. I definitely believe that just really staying out there is the key to essentially rising your power, because when you ground yourself in the earth and you allow yourself to just feel and tap into that inner stillness, it really does something for your spirit. Like, I'm starting to see that, like, today I was going to go to the gym, like just straight to the gym after work and just hoop, you know what I'm saying? I was definitely gonna do that. But then once I got there and I started to feel that stillness within me, I could feel like that pull to stay there and to really be in that frame for a minute, like, because it helped me realize that that's actually exactly how I got burnt out every single time, by me being in that active masculine principle too early and having the energy way too early. That's exactly what somebody was in my path for. So that way I would just be impulsive and just do things like that. But when you constantly do that, you end up burning yourself out, because it's like a hamster wheel of trying to satisfy yourself. It's never gonna end. So what's important is that you stay still, stay calm, and be at one with yourself. Simply just being at peace with boredom, because on this path, there will be days where you want to move, but you have to be still, There are going to be times where people will test your awareness, make you second guess it, and women will pull you from left to right because they can sense that energy, But what's important is that you stand your ground, like I said, and stay focused on the goal at hand. The goal at hand essentially is enlightenment and asserting your power in a way that is calming, because not everybody has to be all. You don't have to force assertiveness. Like, you ever seen like a really like attractive female? She doesn't have to do anything to assert the room. She doesn't have to do anything to really like move everyone. All she has to do is just be there, and everybody will just be in their own heads, except for the ones that are like you and me, holding on to their power and understand what they have to do, what they have to harness, and more importantly, just revealing the physical, seeing beyond the veil. We are the ones to see beyond everyone's physical shell. So that's really the main goal with this, is to assert dominance in a calming way, because I don't really like to force the attention, and I most certainly don't like to force something that should be natural within, and it's gonna take time, like I said, just one day at a time, every day, simply just harnessing the power that is within. I can be grateful that the feminine energy, sometimes it it protects you from burning yourself out. I'll admit that it definitely does protect you from burning yourself out and giving too much or receiving too much. Sometimes receiving too much can end up burning you out because you want to just keep getting more and more and more and more of that, right? So it's just like, yeah, staying grounded during this time is the key, I feel like, to really just, because that inner stillness, like I said, that's really the thing that they were after. It's that inner stillness within that they were after. And so through going back to that state of mind, I can allow myself to become one again. And simply being one with the moment, being one with myself and the environment, and also not really allowing the environment to control how I move. But oh man, I'm gonna put this on my Patreon, but the dream that I had is probably what manifested a lot of like situations today, so I'm gonna talk about that soon. Man, oh man, it really like played a part in everything, and I'm glad that I went to nature, because if I didn't ground myself, I would have been everywhere today. But yeah, I'm gonna see you guys next time. If I have any wisdom or knowledge, this is day 2.